To remind you that all our top stories, everything about the elections can be found on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. And do visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. And we urge you to interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android, iOS and Windows 8 platforms. If you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and then follow the instructions. And what a time it is to send in all your pictures. We've got some of them that you've sent in to us on our Eyewitness portal. We're waiting. The first one is from Enugu State, which shows some youths protesting. Our Eyewitness reporter says they are supporters of a senator who's contesting the Enugu East Senatorial District election results. The next picture shows another election protest in Bauchi State. Our Eyewitness reporter says some unidentified militarymen opened fire in the air to disperse protesters as they approached the INEC office in Bauchi. He also says in the process, one person was injured. And the next one shows Adamawa IDPs eagerly casting their votes, but our Eyewitness reporter did not disclose to us where the camp for these IDPs is situated. And finally, from Kogi State, we see anxious citizens watching Channels Television to see INEC officials announce the presidential election results. Indeed, staying with our coverage right here on Channels Television is the way to go. We want to thank you for sending in your pictures, but let's make it richer. Do send in more reports of where you are, election results. If you are at a viewing center, we'd like to see your pictures. Just tell us, give us a feel of what's happening around you. We'd like a feel of what you are experiencing to share it with other viewers right here on Channels Television. Now, the Commonwealth Observer Group has been watching the activities of the 2015 general elections, and based on their observations, they praise the people of Nigeria for their patience and maturity during the polls, and have also commended INEC for being an impartial and independent electoral body. The body was also very pleased with the conduct of political party agents present, and also the peace agreement signing done by leaders of major parties. However, a few hitches were recorded and recommendations were made for future elections. The group is not pleased with the card reader challenge as well as the low percentage of women candidates. The group is also concerned about the disenfranchisement of those performing election duties as well as the emotive rhetoric used by senior politicians during the campaign period. Other causes for concern were bias by some media houses and provocative party adverts, which were a clear violation of INEC's 2013 Code of Conduct for political parties. The body was also concerned about inadequate locations of polling stations, which could not stand the rain, and poor education of polling staff. Well, despite the hitches, the group reiterated its satisfaction with the conduct of the electorate and appealed for the same to be shown after the elections. Well, there's no end in sight to the controversy surrounding the presidential and National Assembly elections in Rivers State. Today, hundreds of women stormed the streets to take their grouse to INEC in the state, but their journey was cut short by security operatives.
Hundreds of women in black on the streets of Port Harcourt, Rivers State. They are protesting the conduct of the presidential and National Assembly election in the state, which they claim was marred by irregularities, and called for its cancellation.
To tell them about the anomalies that happened, and the police intercepted us. They threw us tear gas. They've turned all of us back. There was no election in Rivers State. We want to let people know. And they wounded quite a lot of people. So we're calling for the transfer of the wreck. We're calling for cancellation of the results.
The PDP in the state insists, however, that the election was indeed credible.
Before INEC started releasing the sensitive materials to the local government, every party had an agent who inspected and took records of what materials that INEC was sending out to the various local government areas. Then at the various local government areas, all parties have agents. And so they will be there when the materials will also leave the INEC local government headquarters. So, at what point will anybody now say there were no result sheets?
This protest, as well as others from places where the people seem aggrieved, soon may get attention from INEC, but certainly not until after the results collation is concluded.
Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission has refuted the claims of fraud by protesters who've taken to the streets in River State. The Chief Press Secretary to the INEC Chairman, Mr. Pt.2, in a telephone interview with Channels Television, says elections were held successfully in the state and there was no reason for anyone to mislead the public.
Well, the last time I heard the resident electoral commissioner speak, she did make clear that elections took place. And I suspect, for what I see happening there, that as we speak, the process of collation is ongoing. I cannot say exactly what the issue is while we are having that process. For all I know, results have not been returned in this state, and the process is ongoing. I wonder what the basis is. Process are issues for security agencies to handle. Petitions are written to the commission as an umpire will investigate those petitions thoroughly. And if there are issues there, now the commission will address. If there are none, then that means there are none.